feel like this space of this 21 days is kind of closing in on itself, and I've noticed that I have kept more to myself because I put everything out there that I had to say to myself either into the video or into like a voice note for myself. Today, as I was cleaning up, I felt the space closing up, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down, I'm going to tune in and just reflect on it. And I do want to share a little practice that came to me this morning that I did myself. Maybe we should get into it right away. For the past couple of days, I've felt this energy, like a little speck of light, a little flame, a little intense energy in my stomach. And it's not physical. I don't feel any pain. I don't have no stomach issues. It's just an energy that I felt inside. And today, as I woke up, I got the knowing of I need to expand it and I need to go into it, or I have to put it over myself. So I sat down, I took a few deep breaths, and you can do this right now along with me if you've had the same feeling. I would describe this as a seed of creation that is fed by this little fire in your solar plexus, or you can feel it in your sacral as well. It just feels kind of in the stomach area, and I just let it be. I sit down, I breathe, I relax more into my body. I breathe with my whole being, as deeply as is comfortable. I bring all my attention into this moment here, right now, into my body, into my being. And I just breathe. And I slowly move my attention onto the energy. I move my focus into the little intensity that I feel inside. And as I said the words, I move that energy, that intensity, up into my heart. It expands. It expands all over me. It's around me. It's suddenly as big as my field is. My whole energy field, my human, my soul, my whole being, all that I am, is now inside that energy sphere. And I relax even more into my body, and I just breathe in and I allow myself to be in that energy now. And I can feel my heart opening, softening. As I relax more into this sphere. And the intensity is gone now. I feel present. And I feel like I let the intensity of this creation expand all over me. And in that moment, I did not know, nor did I care what it is. I just felt that it is something that wants to be created through me. So I let it be consumed all over me. Let it consume all over my field. And I saw like a version of me, a new version of me step through the sphere. There's a light, milky look to her, but it's the future me that now sat where I was sitting, and I became her. And everything that I ever wanted to experience, create, be, feel, I am now. I opened myself up to the intensity of creation because it told me, I felt that it wanted to expand. It wanted me to accept it. It wanted me to accept the vibrational reality that this seed was in. And it was already inside of me. It was already me. So I expanded all over me. I sit in it and I receive fully the vibrational reality where all that I want to experience is already done. And now it's just a matter of being, listening, following that trail of intuition, following the trail of inspiration, and embodying and doing that. And you can experience that your speck of creation tells you something else. Or when you expand it in your heart space, you expand your heart space, you feel maybe something else. But if it feels pure, true to you, it has no stories behind it to what's gonna happen now or what does it mean, or there's no such thing there. There is only communication between you and you, because you're accepting, you're receiving, you're expanding, you're stepping into the vibrational reality that you feel pulled to. And I let that intensity of creation sit in my stomach, in my being, for a couple of days. And I did see my shadow activate. I did see me doing things that were trying to dim the light of it. And I took notice of those. I stopped immediately. I did start my cycle a few days ago, so I've been in cleansing, I've been in releasing, I've been cleansing and releasing. And as I was sitting in this bubble, in this translucent, this new vibrational reality, and I let it seep into every cell of my being, I saw like a snake sheds its skin. I saw like flakes falling off, and I could feel the thoughts, like the fear-based thoughts or like shadow speaking in it, through it, but it was all falling away because I chose my core, I chose my center, I chose my vibrational reality that was pulling me for a long time. Without thinking about like, what do I need to do next, or none of this here. It's just being present with my body, my being, with the energy of it. Because in my core, I know exactly the vibration that I want to be in, that I want my reality to be in. And it's not my job to start thinking, what do I need to do now? I will feel it. I will feel pulled to do things. And then I will do it, and then the 3D reality unfolds. Each step I take. And as I'm sharing this, I feel some of you have kind of a pit in your stomach, as in like you're feeling fear. Because maybe for your body, the frequency or the vibrational reality that you're chosen, it's a lot more different than you've been living now. And there could be a lot of doubts, a lot of fear, a lot of just a lot of stuff that comes up with it. But if you just allow yourself to give space, because if your body has been in some kind of state of being for a while, it's not used to choosing itself. You're not used to choosing yourself. So what if now you feel into, how can I trust myself more? How can I trust into this moment, into the pull that I'm feeling? And I always tell my clients when this comes up, it can be the smallest choice you make throughout the day. It doesn't have to be anything big or grandiose, or like quitting your job or doing something drastic like this. It could mean a simple thing like you listen to yourself when you need to go to the toilet. I know, it could be as simple as my body needs water, I'm going to drink water. My body needs food, I'm going to give it food, and I'm going to ask what kind of food it needs, not what kind of food I think it needs. Because you need to work with your body consciousness when you're embodying this different vibrational reality, because it needs you to show up differently. It needs you to start choosing differently. And coming back to my journey for these ever many days this was, completely just showing me the patience required for a rebirth. Patience with myself. Patience with knowing that I am guiding my inner child, my inner adult, my inner teenager through a portal. I'm giving them the space where I see them, where I feel them, where I'm giving them the emotional support that they didn't have. But I can give that to those versions of myself now. So it's, in a way, I'm guiding myself to grow up. I'm guiding myself to grow into this vibrational reality that I feel most aligned with. And it doesn't feel comfortable all the time, but that's why I'm choosing to guide myself through all those emotional difficulties, all those doubts, those fears. I listen to myself speak it. I listen to myself feeling all of those feelings. I allow it. I surrender to it. It does not mean anything about me. Being vulnerable with myself is the biggest boost I can give to lift myself to another vibration. Nobody else can lift me to another vibration but myself. We can offer each other space, guidance, being seen. But if I don't choose that myself, anybody can say anything. I don't hear it. I only hear myself. what I accept. And I feel like trust is still a very important and big thing that I'm practicing. Although saying it's big is just, I think it's big. I think it's important because I feel like it's the biggest clue for me to choose silence, to choose calmness, to choose the rhythm of the nature, to choose my own rhythm, to notice where I'm tapping into external energies and leaking my power there, and trusting that whatever I feel the push to put out is necessary for the bigger cause, for the reason I am incarnated in this body. And trusting that however insignificant the next step feels for my human self, it is there for a reason for me to do the step. And I'm gonna see after why. I'm gonna see the why after. So this journey of feeling into and practicing with my body and with my being, my foundation has been for trust, so that my body and my human experiences that have created the mistrust in my life, my childhood, all of that, for that to feel safe with me, with my soul, so that I can carry out my mission here, so that I can carry out being the presence required for someone else to start choosing a different reality. And with the little practice that I did this morning, I was sitting there, felt all those layers falling off, all the illusions falling off, and I had this question of, what is it that I bring to this plane of existence? And it was presence, a healing presence, guiding another to choose to step from one vibrational reality to another, to make them see the bridge themselves, and to be the cheerleader here for them to cross and choose the vibration that really pulls them, to choose the reality that really pulls them. That is the core of my work here. And it has always felt like a big responsibility. But I see now that it's my presence each moment, each day, if I am with someone else or if I am by myself, if I'm recording a video here or I'm having a conversation or I'm having a session, it's always my presence. It's always coming down to, did I listen to myself of what kind of breakfast my body needed? Have I chosen love for myself today? Have I chosen myself? Because in choosing myself, I am the example for others to choose themselves as well. And it has nothing to do with the ego, with showing off like, hey, I have accomplished this and that. No. If all is one, then we're all guiding each other home, to our hearts, to ourselves. And if my mission and my presence here, if I have chosen to come here to be this presence, and looking back at my life, I realize I've always been this kind of presence in people's lives, where I am their cheerleader because they're transforming from one state of being to another. presence. And I am so thankful for this impulse of diving deep into my foundation, diving deep into the incarnation cross in human design, and really sitting with each of the elements that make up my human foundation, and to feel how it's so intertwined and connected to how I am as a soul. And the soul and the body, they need to work together. That's why all of this work that I do is around the body consciousness, because it's the body that holds the creational code. And if it holds so much onto stories that don't help us step into our mission, then what are we choosing? So, and I channeled this before, or I felt this deeply before, where we can only show up as much like as our pure being, as a pure soul, like to the point where you can read and sense the soul through the eyes so much, like it feels like it's popping out, only to the degree that the soul can be in the physical body. And I'm not saying that the soul is trying to fit into the body. The soul, the presence, our being is much, much more bigger than our physical body. But I often see, and I've seen it in myself as well, where the soul is around us. We are here, we're soul, I'm speaking, but it's not fully 100% in the body. The body is so tense that the soul doesn't fit into the body. It is all around all our field, but it has very little connection to the body consciousness core. And the more relaxed you are, the more calm, trust, love you feel inside your body, the more you can feel your essence moving freely in your body as well. That's why in Crystal Reiki I see a lot of the bottom half of the body is just doesn't work or support us as it is meant to, because the body doesn't fit into, the soul doesn't fit into the body. The essence can't flow freely from the earth to the cosmos, to the source. It's just kind of like standing by here, looking at I'm trying to help this body, but she's choosing another vibration. I don't fit there. And that's why meditation is a good tool, but if you choose it to connect only this way and not your whole body, and your earth star chakra as well, or even deeper than this, then you're only using a little percentage of what is possible if your body and your soul are working together and together like this. So this journey has really brought the attention to my body, what my body needs to feel safe with my soul, so my soul can fully guide this body. Because we need this body to exist and move. It's our temple it's our instrument to move on this earth. If we didn't choose to be on this earth, we wouldn't need this body. We would be flying around somewhere else, right? So we need to work with the body as well. Closing up this series, I feel like the work continues, but not just in this format. I feel there is something else I want to create and put out. So that is why I felt like I want to close this up today and tie a little bow on it and let it go and be grateful and thankful. And just this practice as well that came through today really felt like I'm in a different space, in a different reality now, vibrationally and physically, that I want to see what starts to come through now. But this journey, this foundation, building this foundation continues, and I feel like it has shown me the gift of sharing, because listening to myself back as I edit these as well, it's so cool to see myself change, and cool to see myself. Because once you see yourself truly and see the shift in like loving yourself deeper, yeah. And as I'm recording this today, we are in a new moon of Aquarius, and we're starting the Chinese New Year as well, wood snake year. And I also felt like I wanted to redo my little altar space for Bridget, who is Celtic goddess. And I've really been feeling that energy rising today, exactly like shifting that inner flame to your heart and igniting that spark with the love of an open heart, and just expanding it all around you, and just amazing. So yeah, this is the end of this journey, and I look forward to sharing more with you about my journey as a healer, as a healing presence. And on my website I have offerings, energetic spaces that are open for you now to choose from what pulls you. If you want to work with me, if you want to experience this presence, and if you want to shift your energy and the vibration you're in, and just take a look and see what really speaks to you. And I have clarity call as well, if you feel some sort of pull to work with me but you're not kind of sure, because I am open to just whatever comes through me, and I know that there's so much more that wants to come through, that it is exciting for me to feel the expansive energy of sessions as well. And what I've put out right now is what pulls me the most. But if you want to expand on some kind of topic together, then you can ask the oracle, you can ask me, and we can just see what kind of shape it takes. And I offer a service that I felt a pull towards like a year or two, and it's being a spiritual guide, like a personal spiritual guide, because I am someone who dives deep into relationships, be it work, spiritual, friendship, love, whatever it is. I like to go deep with energies, deep with just knowing. And I really want to offer this personal spiritual guide service to someone who wants to dive deep into themselves, into their work. Maybe they work with a team, they want to feel more connected to their mission, to each other. And that is something that I'm deeply passionate about, is human connection and just seeing all the logistics of how energies work together and how they can work even better to the good, to the highest good of all. And I have a few artists that I really want to work with, that I'm putting out there, that I want to work with them and just see where it carries me. And I'm someone who deeply sees potential, and I feel like now I'm at this point where I can see if you can see your potential as well. And if you can see and feel your potential, but just not sure how to, pull it into your reality, that's what I'm here for. Because through me, I see that all these practices and steps and they just flow through me if invited to speak. And for myself as well, like I invite my soul, I invite my spirit to speak, to let me know in order for me to hear that silence is required, as I've just I knew this already, but diving deep into my foundation. So cool that I felt the need to talk about this right now. But and there's also crystal Reiki healing session and illumination. So yeah, I suggest you read about them on my website and feel into the energies on that side as well. I really feel like I put my vibration, really just packed it all into this images and fonts and colors and stuff like that. So I invite you to check it out and leave any questions or thoughts down in the comments below, so we can start a conversation, so we can communicate and build a beautiful community here on this channel and expand our possibilities together. Love you. Take care. Bye.